Yes.
You're a sick man. It's people like you and your movement that are instilling vicious and heinous ideas in today's
Coming
youth.
from you, I take
And
that
you're
as a
a sick
compliment.
man. You are vermin.
Oh, you don't.
You are vermin. I'm a Jew and I'm proud of it. And it's vicious people like you that are giving the Jewish race and the blacks a bad name.
Hey, you
and
brought
you
it
should
on
be
yourself,
shot.
and it's
You
coming
should
home
be
to roost
shot.
to you.
You
It's
deserve
coming
to be
home
shot
to
for
roost.
putting out your
You brought it
ignorance.
on yourself, and it's coming home to roost.
Oh, yeah? You Nazi bastard. You should be shot.
Well, you tell me what you want.
Shot.
You tell me what you want.
6 million Jews died in World War II,
You're the
you
faceless Jew we
bastard.
like to see. You're the
You
faceless Jew we
bastard.
like to see.
Wait a minute.
You're
wait a
typical
minute.
of your race.
I'm not Jewish. What makes you better than anybody else? Who
I'm not saying I'm
appointed
better than
you
anybody else.
supreme?
I'm just
I
one
wanna know
separation.
where
That's all.
It says all men are created equal. Wait a minute.
You're against freedom of speech.
Wait a minute. All men are created equal. Are those men only those who fit into your mold?
I'm not talking about
Okay?
equal or not. I'm talking about separation for the survival of the black and the white race.
Oh, man. You're vermin. You are
Don't you want to
vermin.
survive?
You should be shot.
Let me hear
Damn,
this
not
gentleman.
shot.
Let me hear this gentleman. Sir, you step up there.
Directed to you, scumbag, and this lizard face. I want to know why you said y'all in war fighting when we, the brothers, down the front line getting killed. In Vietnam, huh, bitch? And this mother, yeah. Hey, I would like to get down. Right now. You ready? You ain't no
Let me go up to the balcony. Up to the balcony. Up to the balcony. Go ahead, sir. Sit. I want to go up here.
You're a very fortunate black person. Yeah, I've been around. I've been in war.
You're very fortunate. What about,
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing.
Rabbi,
Let me hear this gentleman.
I'd like to know, what about Jewish racism in Borough Park, where the Jewish kids spit on the Gentiles and say goy, and you want to buy a house, and the guy from Israel says to real estate woman, I'll kill you. And the chief rabbi of Lubavitch's in his Hanukkah message in the paper says, love of your fellow Jew is one of the most important things, but nothing about love of your fellow person. We should love everybody, not just Jews loving Jews only.
Man, what we got to understand. Hey, pal. Hey, you got to listen and understand. All Jews aren't great. All whites aren't great. All blacks aren't great.
That's right.
None of us are all great. There's a bunch of kiss asses out there. Don't worry
You're
about
right,
that.
you're right.
Worry about the masses. On our next show, you shut up. You shut up. You just shut up. You got nothing. You got nothing to say something. On our next show tomorrow night, also from the Apollo Theater, we have coming.
Apollo Theater. That's my shit.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. Probably sitting on the Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
Oh shit.
Oh,
3, 4, 5. We live.
all the way.
All the way live. Welcome to Hoodview Politics, where we go into deep, detailed dives into politics from the hood point of view. You know what I'm saying, dog?
For sure.
I'm Rabbit Jones,
I'm Tony, the #1 soul, bro.
and this is HVP. Don't forget that you disagree with anything we saying. You can come in anytime you want. You know what I'm saying, dog?
You disagree with anything you got to say, bring your ass up in here. You have an open invitation. The door is open. You're welcome. Come on in. Drop on by. Step on through. Whatever you want to do. Come on in here and talk to us. We'll talk back to you.
ASAP. Now, from mass shootings to yeah, there's so much going on in America, boy. But there was a poll set out. I don't know if you've seen this poll where they asked is America racist? So when somebody asks that question, what you think?
I don't think America as a whole is racist, but I think they got built-in racist policies. Cause you got too much. How am I gonna put this? You got too much jungle fever going on for this country to be racist.
My man said jungle.
You got a lot of that going on for the country to be. The younger generation, I put it like that. The younger generation, not so much, but the older generation, you got a lot of racism up in there. You got a lot of old time plantation views that's running in a lot of folks out here. So
Exactly. And then you got some of those running for president.
right. But as a whole and as an idea, I don't think that, as the idea of America is not racist because this. Think so? Because
you think so?
This nation, because look, you got what other country in the world do you got? They got the many types of nationalities and people that we got. We got from but I think the policies.
Okay,
I
that's
think
the thing that matters.
Now, I think a lot of the policies that need to be changed are racist and has racist leanings in them. Put it like that. They lean towards racism.
So that made the country racist or what? Now, 60%.
I don't. Damn, that's a tough question.
Almost 60% of Americans say the country is racist.
Okay.
In the NBC poll.
I can see that.
I mean, for years and years, decades, black men been going home after getting fired, telling their wife, you know what, I got fired because them niggas racist, bro. I wasn't taking that shit. They ain't want to hear it. They ain't think that was happening. You feel me, bro?
Okay. Now.
So all the niggas that was coming home telling their girls that, hey, that motherfucker that was running that shit, that nigga racist, bro. I can't work there. Ain't no way in the fuck. And the girl was looking at him like, and then girl mother was looking at him like, you serious, bro? Yeah, motherfucker. Okay. You done found out. Once Trump ran, you done found out business owners around America love him and was voting for him and even went to the Capitol to run in the motherfucking joint for him.
Okay, so with that, is the country itself racist?
Yeah.
Or the people racist?
The country. Let me tell you why. The Second Amendment rights. That's some racist shit, bro. Right?
Explain.
Because that's a way to kill a black man and get away fucking away with it. Period. It's real simple. Second Amendment shit. Each country, each city, each state got their own laws for the guns, right? And it's going on for Second Amendment. Most of these laws in the states, right here, in most of these states, you can actually shoot a motherfucker and get away with it, bro. Kill him and get away with it. Just say, hey, that nigga, I was scared. You know, that's it. That nigga dead, you going on. You good.
Your ground laws
exactly.
And all of these stuff.
That's a racist. That alone is racist. You know what I mean? Black people get killed off that bullshit. Just no, that nigga scared me. That black motherfucker was scared.
But you know, other motherfuckers done got killed off that shit too.
That black motherfucker had that motherfucking whatever the fuck. He was a tall black motherfucker. He scared me. Goddamn, I just had to shoot when he came around my yard. You know what I'm saying? They literally won't get locked up, bro. That's some racist ass shit. Period. The political dynamic of politics is racist.
Explain.
Okay. The dynamic of politics, even if you say Democrats, right? You got Republicans, the majority of their party is racist, which means it's a lot of Americans voting for stuff like that, right? And you can go in the other party and take a percentage of them out and say they racist. You see what I'm saying? So then, therefore, you got a large majority of the motherfucking country itself that is just plain racist. And some of them don't even know they are racist.
But see, my thing is, with this country, this is one of the only countries you got all type of mix of people, and a mix of people from everywhere. And the idea and the principle that this country's supposed to be built on, or was built on, or whatever is in the Constitution, whatever, is what? Bring me your poor, disheveled, and all of this. And it's a nation of immigrants, because people from everywhere make up America. But my thing is, I don't think it's the country itself. It's the people, the dumbass people who run the fucking country at times. Because if the country was racist, period, nobody, we wouldn't have had our first black president, wouldn't have our first black vice president, and we have history made from all types of people all the time. Now, not to say that the country wasn't built on racism, but as time went on, we still got away from some of the shit that was at the foundation of this country. So I put it more on.
First of all, the country itself was born on racism, right? When you take Africans from another country and treat them like some shit.
And before that,
so
what
therefore,
you did to the Indians.
All the laws itself is the root of them came from racism. Who
did all this? White people.
Hold on. Okay. But just the country, though. Because we talking about institutions, the laws, all that makes it the country. So the beginning of the country, we were some shit. So all the laws were geared towards either benefiting white people,
true,
or treating us like shit.
It was made by white people for white people, and to benefit white people.
Exactly.
That's just
the jail system. The jail system is proportionally fucked the fuck up. We got so many black people, and we ain't that many motherfuckers in America. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So systematically, schools, you're taking shit out of schools, but you don't even learn your history. This country is racist as fuck.
But
just at the heart of it.
My thing is, does those things that you're talking about, and I agree with you, those things that you're talking about, does it come from does it come from the people, the people who was in charge at the time, or just saying, because if you say that, okay, America's racist and everybody in America is racist, that means
60%.
That means you calling that means if you're American, you're racist.
So we already know 75 million are racist. They voted for a plain pig racist.
Okay.
So we already got that to the side. 75 million. In the bucket.
That way.
That's in the bucket.
But you also have damn near 80 that ain't.
No. We ain't on the ones that ain't, though. The ones that are,
right.
It's an issue.
But we know now, if you go by that, you go by the ones that voted for the bigot, we know that more people voted for the other side than that voted for the bigot.
See, what's wrong is you taking your mind and just taking it into just voting. It's more
but that's
Americans.
you just took it.
It's more Americans that don't even vote. That's racist as
Correct.
fuck.
And there's more, and there's a lot of Americans that don't
And sit back
that
and say,
don't vote. They
I
ain't
love
racist.
me some Trump, but just don't vote.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
And it's the same way on both sides. So you can so basically it's a 50-50 split.
You know how many business owners, people, bosses that was down motherfucking in the Capitol, running in the fucking Capitol, bro?
All types of motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Yeah, though, but for every
That's the country.
yeah, though, but for every asshole that you have just as many that ain't assholes. You can put 3 assholes out here right now, but then again, you can, on the other hand, you can pull up 3 more that ain't assholes.
But that's irrelevant.
I mean,
Because if you got
can't be
60%,
irrelevant.
you got 60% assholes. Of course, you can find some that's not. But
Right.
60% is a hefty, hell of a lot of them people motherfuckers, bro.
If look, if you can say the country's built on racism, that's a fact. But over time, for the minorities, the women, and the other types of people, whatever, if this country was straight racist, the country itself, I ain't talking about the people in it. When you say, just flat out America, you say America.
I know what you're trying to weave. I know what you're doing. I get it.
But it's the people. It's the dumbass people who's allowed to make the laws. It's the dumbass people who's allowed to enforce the laws. So you tell me, I put it like this. Say for the sake of supposing, you get all them people out of there, right? That make the laws and blah, 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 and this, that, and the third, that enforce the laws and the policies or whatever. And you replace them with people who got a non-racist mentality, a non-bigoted mentality.
I get what you're saying.
Would you still consider?
I get what you're saying. What you're saying is
racist,
which is my argument too. I feel what you're saying. You're saying is the system itself is good. If you take out the bigots and racists out of it, right, and put people in it not, I get that. But that's not the reality though. So bigots and racists gonna be in there.
Then you saying, okay, then it's not the system that is racist, it's the biggest that's in the system.
But we talking about America itself.
Right.
So you're not saying the system is racist?
I'm saying it's jackasses.
As of today.
Look.
We don't have the people in there to change it yet. So as of today, it's the same. They ain't changing.
What I say is, it's the people that's in charge that make it that way.
Exactly. So haven't been changed. So people in charge leave it like that. So is the country racist then? That makes the country racist. They're not changing it. You see what I'm saying?
I see where you're coming from, but I don't totally agree with it. I just think that when you say, okay, the country is racist, then you throwing a blanket over everybody. Then you painting everybody with the same brush. And so you're saying everybody racist. That means me and you racist. You know what I'm saying? We Americans. Are we racist?
You might be. I don't know.
Huh? I don't consider myself to be a racist.
How much you hang around white people?
A lot.
You see what I'm saying?
I've been in situations where I hang around white people a lot.
You never know.
I deal with white people.
Of course, if you have to work, if you have to go to school, of course you're gonna force yourself to do it then.
Shit.
But if you normally just your own joint, nah, you ain't going around the white people, bro.
Shit, I just hooked up with one of my buddies.
Good
buddy that's white.
So this is what I'm saying.
That's irrelevant.
If you saying
white people, Spanish people,
if you saying the polls say 60% of Americans think the country is racist, right? You don't think that's majority of the country?
But that's who are you asking?
The country.
How is it skewed, so to speak? Because when motherfuckers do polls, a motherfucker asks a certain demographic or certain people in certain places, knowing they're gonna get certain answers, and then say this is what the whole country represents, and that's not all the time true.
Kind of.
How?
Because when they get to 60% saying the country is racist, that's kind of accurate, right? So if you, let's say for example, you ask a black person, hold on.
I mean, if that's what you want to believe, though.
If you ask a black person or Hispanic person, is the country racist? Do you get all the hands up for that?
You will.
All right, so we're gonna get those two people out.
You will.
Now, if you ask white people, is the country racist? Do you get all of them saying no?
No, you're not gonna get all of them saying
exactly. No. So majority of the country think it's racist. It's real simple math.
No.
Huh?
Because for one,
you're still saying
you
no.
Because you asking, look, if you asking people who are in a bunch of people who are in the minority in this country, because white people are still in the majority. So if you go to a bunch of people that's a bunch of black people, a bunch of Hispanic people, a bunch of Asians,
they're gonna say what?
And so on. And if that is the majority,
they're gonna say what?
But if that's the majority who you ask in your poll, you don't know if they ask an even amount of minorities versus an even amount of the majority. So you really don't. So until you can get them little nuances in there, yeah, the poll is going to skew. Just like if you go to Democratic states and ask about gun control. Say you poll 10 states, and you went to six Democratic states and 4 Republican states. What do you think the outcome is going to be?
I get that.
So you gotta know.
That's irrelevant though.
Not because you gotta know.
Because I just broke that down because Democrats are mostly black Hispanics, right? So if you ask them if the country is racist, they're gonna say hell yeah with a loud yes.
Okay,
right?
If the country,
So you ask those people whether or not the country is racist, hell yeah. Those are mostly Democrats, right? Who feel that the country is racist. Now, if you go to Republicans, they don't think that.
To me, like I say,
but if you ask all white people, you're not gonna get all of them saying that it's racist.
You never.
You're gonna get majority of them saying yes.
You gonna get
so that means you got majority of white people, all the black, all Hispanics. That means the majority of American thinks that this shit is racist. It's real simple.
Nah. Yeah, if you see it that way, but I don't see it that way. I see. Look, my thing is, it's the people.
I know what you're saying.
People running.
That's
the
same
people
argument
in charge of the system.
Me and Radical Rail have. I get what you're saying. I already know.
If you get different people, and
I get that.
And when you got different people, when you have had different people,
that's a good point,
in charge of in certain situations, you had different outcomes. Because if the country itself and if the foundation or the principles of the country were, we ain't gonna never let this person rise, and we ain't gonna never let this person rise, and we ain't gonna never let this person rise, you wouldn't have. It's a lot of things that's going on today that you just wouldn't have, and a lot of people will have rights and such that they just don't have. That's why, to me, it's more about people knowing who's in charge of their government.
All right. So now, I get what you're saying, though. You're saying the system itself is not that was racist. I get that because that's the argument I had with Radical Rail. I tell them it's not the system. I get that, but we asking the question of, is the country racist, not the system, right? So if we say the country racist, it's hands down, you can't deny that. The people in it, because you got majority of white people that will agree with that, and you got all 92% of Spanish and black people will say, yeah, that's true. Asian, yeah, it's racist, right? So I get what you're saying, but if we take your point of view, right, and say it's just a system, if we get the right people, right? But people make up America, right? So if we can't get those, like right now, we can't get the whole thing set up with just all Democrats, that's because there's some people here that are racist and don't want those people to be in office.
But,
So if you got those majority of
but
people,
see, that's
for
the thing I'm
example,
getting to.
you always have
Because-
Republicans in the way.
Hold
Why?
on. Wait,
There's
wait,
somebody
wait,
voting for them. Majority, you got 75 million voting for a racist.
But see, you
Donald Trump.
you
They
painting-
out here, bruh.
You painting all of the other side with the same.
No. I just made a lot of examples.
But in your example, you were saying if you're a Republican, you're a racist no matter what. That's just what you're saying.
No,
You're saying
no.
And it's some Republicans. Look, it's some Republicans
No.
that believe in certain things, and they won't go against their principles. Some Republicans will vote gun rights over everything, no matter what, but it doesn't make them racist.
No.
There's some Republicans that will vote for tax cuts over everything else, but it doesn't make them racist. Just like Democrats get accused of being racist because of some of the policies they pass.
But that's not what I'm saying.
So
what I'm saying is everything goes by votes, right? Everything goes by who's in Congress, who's in Senate. If we can't never get a majority of people to go with motherfucking anti-racist shit, anti gay and lesbian shit, that means the country's racist, bruh. You can't get the people in there to take care of that. That means the majority of people in America agree with that.
Okay.
It's real simple. Like right now, you said the people, right? The people it's the wrong people in there. You can't get the right people in there because the country is racist. They voting racist people in there.
That don't mean
it's
everybody's
real
racist.
clear.
Okay, I'm a Democrat. I'm a Christian Democrat. I don't believe in homosexuality. I believe what the Bible says in that homosexuality is an abomination. And that's the words that's in the Bible, the words from Jesus. Does that make me a racist? Because I don't agree with a particular lifestyle. Does that make me a racist?
First of all,
does that make me a racist?
Because you what?
Because I don't believe in homosexuality. Does that make me a homophobe? Because I don't agree with it. Does that make me a homophobe?
What will make you a homophobe is somebody that don't want to be around one. That will make you a homophobe. You don't want to be around one.
A bigot.
You don't want to talk to one. If you're a white person or whoever the fuck don't want to talk to a black person or want to be around one, you're a racist.
Does that? Okay.
If you're a black person don't want to be around a white person or a Hispanic person, you're a racist.
Hold up. Wait a minute. So you saying my belief that doesn't make me a bigot or a homophobe, right? I get that's what you're saying.
Not almost a homo. It's just close now.
Almost.
It's close.
Close.
Yeah.
How? Okay. Well, then that means you painting everybody with broad brush, because I can hate. Look,
what's a racist to you, bro? That's the first thing. What's a racist?
Somebody for whatever reason doesn't like a particular person, or has hate or whatever for a particular person of another race, creed, color, whatever you want to put it. That's a racist. So and a racist is, and you can even throw in a person that, fuck it, we can leave it at the basic definition.
So to me, a racist is somebody that acts out on their bigotry. So you can be a bigot and don't like white people. I mean, don't like black people. Don't be around black people or Spanish people. But it's when you act out, when you're a supervisor or a manager, use your power to fuck the black person up. If you're a cop, use your power to use that up. Use a fucking racist at this point, right? Or if you're running for president, use a fucking racist that's spewing the bullshit, right?
You got people.
So if you get, first of all, if you get 75 million people to vote for a pure racist, well, you can't hide those 75 million people, bro.
First of all, you got people out here. You got white people who have never even been
Right.
around black people, just like you got black people
That-
who have never been around white people.
That don't make them racist.
And it doesn't. It make them ignorant to the fact.
They can be
It's-
bigot
it-
though.
it's a- huh?
They can be a bigot though.
They could be a bigot and they could not be a bigot. They just haven't been exposed to. You got black people that haven't been exposed to white people that hasn't been exposed to black people, and so on and so on and so on and so on. You do have them types of people in this country, and it don't make them big. It don't make them bigots. It just make them ignorant to the fact because they don't know.
All right,
But
let me
ignorant,
ask you something.
You really don't know.
Are you a racist if you support a racist?
Fuck it, if you jump in that boat.
Huh?
But then again, you got some people out here that support Trump for no more than they think that Trump can do something for their wallet.
Let me ask you something.
And you got people.
Let me ask you something.
and you got people. You got people out here like that.
Okay, cool.
You got all.
But
the thing.
Is everybody in America clear on one thing? He a racist.
Yeah.
Everybody know that.
I
But once you vote for him, then what?
I think
You can't tell me it's about something different when you know he is that. You see what I'm saying?
But-
Would that make you?
But look, but that doesn't make everybody racist because for
What?
some fucking look,
You
because
feed a
for
racist-
some people will look past that and
You
it
have
doesn't matter.
You have a racist eat and be empowered to do racist shit, but you not racist? That don't make any sense.
It makes people ignorant. And like I said, it's some ignorant ass people out here. It's some people that's ignorant and don't know better. If you got, and I always go back to this, when he brought that working that fucking bigot crowd up in the middle of the country, when you get out into the Dakotas and you get out into Kansas and all of this other shit, and North Dakota, South Dakota, and all this shit, Nebraska, and all this shit, you have white people out there who have never ever been around a black person and doesn't understand the plight of black people. It doesn't make them all racist. It makes them ignorant of the facts. So if they voting for this dude, they voting for what he do? Okay, take the people out in the Midwest when he lied to the farmers. When he told the farmers he was gonna do, well, I'm gonna do this, blah, 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 that for the farmers, and we gonna sell our produce and farms and shit all over the world, and we're gonna do this shit, and in the end they got nothing. Okay, what was they hearing? What are you gonna do for me? They wasn't giving them, they wasn't giving a fuck about nobody, whatever he was saying about this, that, and the third. The farmers wasn't giving a fuck about the wall. Now, when you got down to the wall and that shit, he was speaking directly to the racists.
That's a racist.
And
So if you
and
vote for a
he was
racist-
he in some respects, in some
All right, for
parts,
example, if we was in 1890, right? And motherfuckers run for president saying, I want to hang all niggas. Ain't no nigga can walk this earth without me hanging them.
that's racist.
And then you stop and say, okay, but he gonna cut my taxes. I'm gonna vote for him. Now,
But you got some
hold
people
on.
like that.
Hold on. He just explained to you that I'm gonna cut the head off a nigga. That's how racist he is.
True.
But you gave him the power to do it, and you act like you not a racist too? Really?
Like I said,
What do you mean?
you got some people who know exactly what they're doing, and they know exactly what they hear from this clan. You got that.
Like you
got,
being you clear on
Right.
that everybody in America, white,
Right.
black, or Hispanic, know he a racist, bruh.
but
That's out the
you
way.
got
We know
some
that.
people. You have some people out here who, if they don't know and understand what's going on in black communities and,
Cool.
and
Cool.
communities and of color and shit like that, it doesn't mean shit to them.
Can you
It-
explain
it-
how
they running on ignorance.
that's cool? But we talking about the country as in a whole. When you catch a little kid, 13-year-old, get killed by Zimmerman, he run around selling the motherfucking murder weapon.
Yep.
You don't think the country racist? How you get away with that? That's some racist shit. Like it's just made up on racism. You know what I'm saying?
Look.
The laws, the politics, the system itself is racist. Now that brings it to everybody running for president now. There's not even a lot of people running for president.
Like I say, if you want to change this shit, and this the purpose. This is the purpose of this podcast, in my opinion. If you want to change that shit, what we're talking about, then you get your ass out and vote. If you feel as though the people that's running this motherfucker is racist, is bigoted, and all the policies that they pass and laws that they pass are racist and bigoted, you have the opportunity every 2 to 4 years to get they racist, bigoted ass out of there.
And guess who wins the votes?
And you have
a fucking racist ass Republican.
But
which tells you the country is racist.
But
bro.
If you feel this way, and there's a lot of people that feel this way, and there's a lot of people that feel the way you do, and the way that I feel. I'm not saying that you're wrong, and I'm not saying that I'm right, but I'm saying if you feel a particular way, get up off of your ass and run for the office. Make your motherfucking make your stance known, and you people out there that feel the same way, vote for this person. Because if the shit is going that way, you are allowing it by sitting on your ass every 4 years and allowing a fucking bigot to get into the White House.
Let me ask you something. Do you
that
think
is the problem?
Do you think black people maximize their votes?
Hell no.
Hold on. To the full extent when Obama ran.
No, because a lot of people didn't vote. A lot of people.
We was at 90% capacity, bro.
Huh?
It was. You can find a person here and there, but we voted. Black
people
voted. Right?
Yeah.
He still was close.
They voted more than they ever did.
Hold on. And that nigga still won by the whiskers of his fucking chin, bro.
But he won.
Who was the opposition? Who was the opposition to this though?
Look, you are never nobody.
Is them people racist?
Look, 100% of motherfucking black people would never put nobody in office. It's still, you got to have votes coming from other places.
But what I'm telling you is, do you get the maximum amount of black people voting? Is when Obama ran the first time.
That's the most you ever had.
The maximum amount.
No, I don't believe it was the maximum amount. I believe it's the most we ever had.
That's what I mean. That's the maximum.
No. I believe that's the most we ever had because a lot of people who did not vote. It's a lot of you know a lot.
But my point
you
is,
can name 10 people
we extended ourselves
that did not vote.
Regardless, you can't tell me.
Hold up.
The majority of us was out there. We had our kids out there. We went to high school. We got our children, took them to the joint.
Damn sure
we was out there, bro.
Because let's get it.
We was at least 85 to 90% capacity, bro.
When it was motherfucking clear that Obama had a chance to win,
hold up.
Clear that Obama was going
to win. We were at
90%, wanted to be
85% capacity.
Okay,
you can't deny that.
100.
Regardless,
I'm not denying it.
Okay,
I stood in line.
We extended ourselves
that morning
as much
and
as
it was
possible.
a line of black people around the school I was at. It was all around the country.
I want you to come pay attention to what I'm saying.
I understand what you're
saying. We extended ourselves almost at capacity.
No, you didn't, because it wasn't 100%.
Okay, so we almost at capacity, almost as far as we can go.
Okay, how many black people?
And a fucking racist still tied to fucking race, bro.
Hold tight.
A racist.
No, he didn't.
Who said he a racist?
McCain.
Huh?
He smoked McCain when he got in there. Every shit wasn't
what
close.
What are you talking about?
When Obama beat McCain.
I'm talking about Trump, yeah. No, McCain is a fucking racist.
What are you talking about? When
he was an undercover racist, though.
You're talking about when Trump ran against who? Remember, motherfucker, Obama beat McCain, and then he beat who? He beat in the second election.
Romney.
Yeah, Romney. I want to see something here. So,
what do you keep? What's the point? When he ran against Bush,
my point is this:
that we was at capacity.
Look,
and we still was a whisker of winning because somebody is voting for these racist pigs, bro.
What are you talking about? For one, what election?
All of them.
No, Obama smoked McCain and he smoked Romney.
He smoked either one of them, bro. What are you talking about?
You're crazy. The race was called by 9 o'clock.
It doesn't matter what it was called.
It was
The
called by
nigga
9
barely
o'clock.
won by a whisker,
No,
bro.
he didn't. The race, he smoked both of them.
Oh my God. Young, you better go back and look at that Romney race, bro. It was
That
50
shit was
states
not
to
close.
49 states. And he almost lost that last joint, bro. What the fuck? Get over the motherfucking what was called early and how many people voted for people. It's the fucking, what's the name, that counts. That's how Trump got in there. That nigga barely beat Romney, bro. It was a whisper.
No, he didn't.
He barely beat.
No, he didn't. That race got caught.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Y'all
you
really don't
crazy.
understand what's going on here, bro.
Nah.
He ran against, the first joint he ran against, he was by a whisker. Why? Somebody
No,
voting for these
he
racist
didn't.
pigs, bruh. It's somebody voting for him.
Obama defeated Romney, winning a majority of both the Electoral College and the popular vote. Obama won 332 electoral votes and 51.1% of the popular vote compared to Romney's 206 and
Listen to what you're
votes
saying.
and 47.2. He won. Come on, he whooped that ass. That shit wasn't even
The
you talking about
Electoral
ass.
College, bruh. He won by the last state that day.
No, he didn't.
do you
How the fuck
mean?
you won? You only need two. What is two?
No. You better go back
And he
and
had
look at that,
302.
bruh.
I'm just looking at it.
First of all, overall,
He
he
won
had less than
three-
5 million votes ahead of him. Let's just start from there. From the beginning. Less than 5 million votes ahead of Romney, bruh. So you can't tell me he ran away with the Electoral College after that.
He won 332.
That's after he squeaked some joints due after the end.
He won 332. Biden didn't even win 332. I don't even think Biden got the 300. If he did, he got the low 300s.
Those two different races, bruh.
I'm looking at.
Yeah.
God.
The last two
I'm
states.
looking at 2012 right
What
now.
year-
That's against Romney.
Yeah. He won, I think, one of those states he just barely won. What got him over the hump? What do you mean?
How he got over the hump? He had 332
You
elections.
keep saying that.
Because that's what wins the presidency.
That's after
as we
that's
found
the
with
ending.
Trump.
That's the end total. Those joints
The
was
end
close,
total
bro.
don't count.
Those were close. He almost lost those. That's my point. Somebody's voting for racists, bro. And you missing
I
that.
never said
It's half
nobody's
the
voting for-
country.
I never said nobody's voting for race. Ain't
Who voted for
racist.
Bush? Half the country voted for Bush, bro. Half the country voted for Romney.
Okay,
Half the country voted
we'll
for a
agree to
racist
this. Look,
pig.
the
Trump.
motherfucker, the racist total in this country, let's say it's 50-50. And I agree with that total. It's 50-50. Because you got just as many races as you got non-racists.
No, I don't believe that. You gotta remember, some of these racists just don't want to say it. They keep it to themselves. They undercover racists. They the worst. Ones that running companies and all that shit, they hide. Then you see their ass in the Capitol running behind Trump ass.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Then,
That shit.
then we as a motherfucking people that we know this, we need to get out and boycott these companies. Stop spending motherfucking money on the motherfuckers. Just like when motherfucking Tommy Hilfiger and them say he didn't make his clothes be worn by black people. But you see motherfucking black people running up and down the motherfucking street from head to toe with Tommy on.
I don't know about that stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's
because
a
if
slippery
a
slope
motherfucker,
when y'all do that, because you sit on chairs every day, you eat food every day, you walk in and out of doors every day. You don't know the fuck who making this shit. So I mean,
but when you
the
do know
pinpoint one thing,
but when you
it's
do
irrelevant
know,
at that
but
point.
when you do know,
You probably got everything in your
correct.
house.
But when you do know, and you still do nothing about it, and it's okay, then there's the problem. Because okay, you gonna tell me, you know that a motherfucker say, I didn't make my clothes to be worn by black people. So you going up into the mall tomorrow and buy shit?
Because half the people
Are you going to spend your money on his shit? I don't give a fuck with no. I'm asking you personally. If a motherfucker sit here and say tonight that I don't want black people wearing my shit, I didn't make my shit to be worn by black people.
Yeah.
Are you going to the mall tomorrow and buy his shit?
nah.
And that's what motherfuckers need to get in their head.
But when do you stop watching NFL? When
Huh?
you stop watching shit like hockey? When you stop watching baseball then? You can't tell me they racist as fuck. You still can pay for their jerseys. You still go see them.
And
See, how I said, it's a slippery slope,
money,
my nigga.
Money talks.
Once you can't pinpoint one thing. It's just so much shit you're doing.
When you stop spending money on shit that you know is fucked up, shit changes.
No, well, the point I'm trying to make to you is you can't look at it that way because you do
Yes,
so
you
much
can.
things in life where you don't
Yes,
know
you
what's
can.
connected to what.
It's not okay.
You can't do that.
Okay. When motherfucking, I believe it was Coca-Cola. Somebody get me right if I'm wrong. When the shit was going on in South Africa about apartheid, and motherfuckers and people protested to get companies like Coca-Cola and so many others to divest, and they say, well, you supporting apartheid and it's a racist regime or whatever the fuck is going on in South Africa. And first they say, fuck it, we gonna keep doing what we doing. But when the people got out there, and it was majority black people got out there and said, we ain't fucking with Coca-Cola. We ain't fucking with this one. We ain't fucking with that one. We ain't spending our money as long as you are supporting apartheid. What the fuck happened? They started pulling their money out of South Africa.
And then
why in the fuck you can't do that in America?
And then you went home and sat your ass on a chair that was made for the same situation.
But we at that
just
point,
can't do it.
If you don't know, you don't know.
It's just
that's one thing. If you
that's
don't
why
know.
my point is it's irrelevant because
it's not irrelevant.
You doing the same thing that you don't make that you're talking about. You do it every day without constantly knowing you're doing it.
Not, but if you don't know, you don't know. If you don't know that Lazy Boy is racist, and I'm not saying that Lazy Boy is racist, how can you say something if they never put it out there? Even like you said, you got some motherfuckers that's undercover racist that you would never know unless you talk to them in private. And that's the truth. It is people like that. But you got some people out here that is invested in certain shit that ain't good. And when they called on it and they don't do nothing about it, and you threaten that dollar, that bottom line, change is made. That's all I'm saying. It shows that change can be made. It don't matter who, if it come out that motherfucker who make sofas is racist, don't buy shit. But you got motherfuckers
if white people tell you that the country racist, why are you disagreeing with them?
Huh?
I don't understand how 60% of Americans tell you it's racist. You disagree with white people tell you that?
Is that post that 60% of white people?
No, 60% of Americans.
Because
there gotta be some white people, bro.
Because 80% of white people gonna tell you that it ain't. If you take a poll of say 1,000 white people, how many white people gonna say that the country not racist? 990 gonna say no, this country not racist. And probably 1,000 because the motherfucking racist policies don't affect them in a negative way.
Well, we got to 60%. We already know black people, Hispanics are not 60% of Americans.
True.
You need the white people to get to 60%. Yes or no?
Look.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right. So that means if white people agreeing with us, saying that this country is racist, bro.
Okay, you got black people that
why would you disagree with white people telling you that this fucking country is racist, bro?
But how many white people?
You can't disagree.
I'm saying, look, it's a nuanced argument. You can argue that the country itself is racist, or, in my opinion, it's not the country itself.
You saying the people in it.
I say it's the motherfucking people.
But I flip that on his head and say, who put the people there?
Huh?
And the only reason the people there because the country is fucking racist.
Okay, but you got a lot of motherfucking people that's there
because of racist people put them there.
It's not all racist.
What do you mean?
Look, I'm not saying that a lot of these motherfuckers ain't racist because a lot of
what make you think we can't get no gun bills through? Because racist people controlling this.
But
it's real simple.
See, the gun bill shit is not a motherfucking. It's
Bruh,
not. It's not.
if you
totally,
black, you
it's
don't
not
want
a
no black people
totally-
keep getting killed.
huh?
You don't want
Yeah,
black
but you
people
got
getting
white
killed,
people
right?
out here getting killed too.
Yeah, but
That's
you
the
want
whole thing.
you gonna find the white people that want
Look.
something done ASAP.
Look.
Along with me.
You not
The
gonna
ones
get,
that don't are
look,
racist.
My thing that doesn't make everybody racist.
You keep saying that.
It
yeah.
doesn't, because some people. It is people.
When we
who
get to the
believe,
point where you racist, then if you help a racist, you feed a racist, you give a racist fucking ride to do racist shit. When are you a racist?
You keep putting everything in one basket.
What makes you the
That's
racist
why
then?
shit not getting done.
What point did you make you a racist, bro?
It's shit not getting done.
What point did it makes you the racist?
If you heard
keep
one
helping them?
motherfucker come out here and they may have said it in private, and the motherfucker say, well, fuck it. We want all white people to have guns and we don't want black people to have no guns. And if you see a black motherfucker walking down the street, fuck it, shoot him. Because you got black gun owners too.
Irrelevant.
You got Hispanic gun owners too.
Irrelevant, bro.
You got some motherfuckers that just
Okay.
don't want
I'm about to flip that on the side. On the other hand of that, when you say black people, Hispanic people will have guns. Okay, what we do? Which party is ran by guns? I'm listening.
The Republican Party.
Exactly. And that party, Republican Party, is not majority black or Hispanics.
All right.
Are you with me?
This.
Are you
No,
with
I'm
me
not
now?
with you because
oh
you,
my
because,
God!
Because you look, you trying to put everything.
The Republican
in a
Party
racist
is
basket.
not black and
You
Hispanic.
cannot
Yes
put-
or no?
Look, everything is not about race.
Is the Republican Party white, majority white? Well, yes or no?
Is the Democratic Party majority white?
Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. Is that majority white people against gun laws or any civil rights bills, anything black people learn in the school? Is this party stopping all that?
Yes.
Those white people doing that, right?
Yes.
All right then. So the white people you talking about on this side are not the white people I'm talking about.
Look.
Now you see
All
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying is
That's part of 60% over here is the problem.
all I'm saying.
Now you get it?
No, I don't get it.
And it doesn't matter about the system because it's people voting them in. That means the country itself, it's as hard for us to do shit, to do racial shit or stop violence against gay people. If it's hard for us to do stuff like that, somebody is stopping us, bro.
If the fabric of the country is totally racist, you would not have any room nowhere for any other changes that has happened in the last 100 years. That's impossible.
That's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant because what you're doing is you are telling me that everything from the civil rights era, from Jim Crow, and all of this shit is irrelevant because it's just racist. So how do we get there? How do we get there through Jim Crow and slavery? How do we get through all of that if the country is totally racist?
I'm gonna tell you how.
How?
We have people sacrificing their lives, bro. Like Dr. Martin Luther King. And people getting bit by dogs in the middle of the fucking street on live TV, bro. That's what changed the tide. That's what did it.
If the country was, you got motherfuckers out here getting beat to death by the police on live television,
wait, hold on,
and the
stop.
motherfucker ain't changed shit.
Stop. If we was in the 60s when it was going on, when they was getting chased in the street by dogs, police dogs, right? You got the law to chase a nigga, right? You can't tell me we're in the same situation now that with Republican and Democrat, where you can't tell the difference of who is for you or not. It
was worse back then.
What?
It was worse back then. Today,
exactly. It was hard for you to understand who was for you and who wasn't.
You knew who was
now. By now, you should know.
Look here. Today, you got a jackass like Governor DeSantis who's trying to take books out of school.
Example.
Back then, you had a fucking governor who stood on the front line and wouldn't let black people into school.
Example.
So come on.
That's my point. The country itself got more racist people in it that don't. That's not.
Look.
Whether you know that or not.
Back then,
it's so hard for
back then. I would agree with you, but I don't agree that it is as many racist people in this country as it was.
So to
40,
you,
50 years ago, because you separate gun violence from black and white people,
right? That what you saying? That's not a black culture problem.
It's a black cultural problem.
All right.
You also have white people out here getting gunned down
Again,
too.
who have the problem with this gun thing or not? The white culture or the black culture? Make your mind up
Both.
here. What?
Both.
So you tell me it's little 15, 16-year-old white people, like white little boys being shot right now?
You just had an 8-year-old get shot in the head.
No.
by
Stay
a
on point.
jackass
Stay on
a couple
point.
days
Stay on
ago.
point. Stay on
What are you
point.
talking about?
Do we have
wait. You just had a motherfucker go up into a school, not once, but twice, and kill little motherfucker white
These are
kids.
incidents.
Okay.
We get those. But on an everyday basis, we got 15, 16-year-old black kids shooting each other on a daily basis. Not an incident in a spur moment here and there.
That is the fucking problem.
Now you get it?
That is the problem.
All right, now get back on point.
Because as a whole in this fucking country, in black communities, in motherfucking white communities that's going out shooting up motherfucking country music shows and motherfucking shooting up this, that, and the third, you have a gun.
Where's that at?
You just had a motherfucker
So you
500 people.
So you telling me right now?
Wait a minute. You just had
white gangs in where?
You have white gangs.
Okay, cool.
You calling them
We get
motherfucking
that.
Hells Angels.
That's cool.
What do you call them motherfucking
We got
skinheads?
white gangs doing what though? They're not shooting kids. Kids ain't shooting each other.
They shooting
in
somebody.
black neighborhoods. Where is white people shooting each other? Why is they gonna lose?
Come on.
What are you talking about?
Come on.
Where's
You
this
know
at?
better than that.
Where's this at?
You know better than that.
Where's that?
Come on. You
I
know
can
better
literally
than
go on the news right now and go in each state in America and find black
You
kids,
know better than
15,
that.
14-year-old shooting each other with guns. It's not going to find that in the same news with white kids, bro. What are you talking about?
The problem with this shit and why shit is not getting done, it is a problem with guns and gun violence on all sides. It might not look. Hold on, wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Wait a minute. It might not look the same in one community as it does in another community, but it is still a fucking problem.
All right. So you equate, let's say, white bitch walking into school a couple of months ago and shooting kids up, right? You equate that with black culture, gun violence? Is those the same thing to you?
Yes, because if it's a life loss, it doesn't make.
That's not the same.
Yes, it is.
That's not the same.
Because now you're putting it as one life being better than another.
No, we're not.
Look, if
what I'm telling you is that's not a daily occurrence for somebody walking schools and shoot the school up, bro.
You ain't looking at
that's not a daily occurrence. A daily occurrence if a black motherfucker being killed in the middle of the street, bro, by another black man, bro. That's a daily occurrence where everybody that's black know that you got a family member that just got killed last week. That has nothing to do with the once a month fucking mass shootings, bro. Two different things.
One life, in my opinion,
that's not the same.
It's not different from another.
It's not a threat to white culture. Guns are not a threat to white culture, bro. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me guns. They love guns. That they give their kids guns at 16 years old. You gonna tell me their culture is fucking have a gun problem? Really?
Okay, but you going.
But our culture has 16, 15-year-olds shooting each other. Really?
You going on your soliloquy and you going off, but you still gun violence
makes
some problem because gun violence is a problem all around the whole fucking country, not just in one. It's a different type of gun problem in black communities. It's a different type of gun problem.
So
it's showing itself in different ways.
If we look up right now,
you
all the people that were shot from fucking gun violence since the year started. You mean to tell me 90% of them are gonna be black? I'm listening.
No, I'm not gonna tell you.
Exactly. So the gun problem isn't a black culture problem, bruh. Fuck the rest of them. We got the problem.
That's why the fuck won't nothing get done.
We got the problem. We got the black culture.
Getting done now.
You just admitted to me that 90% of them will be black. So you gonna tell me who got the problem now? Really?
You got a high percentage.
Thank you. So who culture got the problem?
Okay. Where all these mass shooting come from?
It's black people mixed up in mass shootings too.
You're going up in schools. All of this shit is mixed up. It's a whole bowl mixed up a wild, dumb gun shit.
Not true.
And you can't
not
separate it.
It's separated. It's separated.
Can't separate it. Because if you want to get something done about these guns in the street, you have to take on the fucking problem as a whole. You can't say fuck this community because this community.
Anybody say that?
No, you just said
we already in a situation where they already saying fuck my community already. They already ignoring the problem we got in our streets, bruh. We got to bring it to the light that we got this problem
for you.
So we already ignored. We already been ignored.
They're ignoring the problem in all communities.
That's bullshit. You're not gonna tell me they got the same drug problem with fentanyl that we had with crack. You see the difference? That's the difference in the guns, bro.
Ignoring the gun problem in all communities.
Really,
you have gun owners. You have all types of people who are out here. And if you look at the motherfucking news, you will see that
percentage of gun owners in America will be what culture?
I don't give a fuck who got.
Stay on point.
Everybody owns guns.
Stay on point. The percentage of Americans in America that are white or any culture, which culture possess the most guns?
All of them. I don't know. Because everybody owns guns.
See? That don't make any sense.
Everybody owns guns.
First of all, black people is not but what 18% of the culture, bro. Of the people on earth.
Come on.
The people in America. White people are 70% of the people walking in America.
So are white people out here killing black people
what
in the street like you talking about?
Exactly. Now you're getting to my point. We got majority of people dying in the streets for guns. Their culture don't. Now you're getting to my point. And we got the meanings that you said. A little amount of people, bro. You making my point.
No.
Why would I say worry about their culture?
Just because you scream
that a motherfucker get mad and going to school one day and 2 days out of a year when we every day and every night worried about guns, kids being shot in our street. It's a big difference.
Okay. So what are you
doing? Fact that you're equating both of them together,
you have
to. Ridiculous.
You have to. Because if you don't get everybody that's affected in some way with the gun violence, you're not going to get the laws changed.
So you tell me right now, if we ban AK-47s, automatic assault rifles, all that's off, you gonna tell me black people will stop killing each other in the streets, bro?
Okay,
talk straight. Talk straight.
Huh?
Do we stop killing each other in our streets with guns if you take away AK-47s?
No, because there's still other guns out there.
Thank you. Do we go in schools shooting up schools with AK-47s anymore? That's over, right? Now you with me? It's not a simple thing to stop the AK-47s and then that's it for us.
But it's an argument you've been making every week. This is the new argument you make.
Hold on. But our culture is just not just the AK-47s that's doing mass shootings and shit. No. It's all of the guns in our culture, bruh.
Right.
We have the problem.
And we're the smallest percentage in America. From? And where does it stem from? You came up in the 80s like I came up in the 80s. Where did the shit come from?
No, see, again.
Where did the shit come from?
That's irrelevant.
And no, because they're all of that shit and all of that street shit go together.
Our culture.
Because if the dumb shit wasn't going on in the street.
See, you jumped to something different. That's different.
You got to go.
That's different from the country being racist, bro. If you
want to solve the fucking problem, you got to go to the root. You can't cut the fucking tree off. You can't just cut the fucking limbs off the tree and you think the tree gonna die. You got to cut the fucking roots off.
How do us as a black culture?
Come on.
Get the guns out of our kids' hands. Then.
Come on.
Because you can ban assault rifles tomorrow.
You can ban it all.
Then what?
You can ban it all.
All guns?
You can ban it all. You still have motherfuckers dying in the streets.
If you ban all guns?
Come on, it's more than one way to kill a motherfucker.
So you ban all guns, what will you say? What would be happening?
But it's not going to happen. Look, you can ban assault rifles and you can ban
hold on, let's stay with assault rifles. Assault rifles, all that shit. Then what would be going on?
Then you're going to...
You cut back on what? Mass shootings, right?
You can cut back on mass shootings.
What would be still going on?
You still have motherfuckers
black people killing each other in our streets, bro. So that's why I tell you, I don't care about the other shit that's going on because our shit been a problem since the beginning of time.
Okay, you got a right not to care about the other shit.
That shit irrelevant.
But let's get one thing straight. When we had when motherfucker when we marched for civil rights, was it all black people that got that done? You had other people mixed up in there too.
That's irrelevant.
No, it's not irrelevant, because if you want to get something done, you're going to have to bring in everybody that's affected. It might not, mass shootings might not affect you and your focus is on the hood, but sometimes you might got to work with them to get the shit started. You're not going to get all the guns banned and taken off the street in one swoop. Yeah, you might go get this shit done. You might get another assault weapon ban. Okay, you got the assault weapon ban. The shit's still going on. Okay, we got to work on this now. We got to work on wise motherfuckers out in the street robbing and killing motherfuckers. It ain't no jobs in the hood. Come on, we got to get motherfuckers. We got to get some jobs in the hood. We got to get motherfuckers off the streets. It's a lot that go into the whole motherfucking, the whole pot. So you got to, it's an all hands on deck kind of motherfucking thing. You got to get, you can't just say, all right, just because it affect me, fuck them. You can't do that, because you're going to have to bring them in, because they got some, I ain't going to say power, but they got access to shit we don't. We got access to shit they don't. So it's going to have to take everybody to get this shit done. You're not going to just say, you just not going to say, motherfucking, well, it affect us, fuck them. You know what they're going to say? Fuck y'all back. And
150 mass murders this year.
Yeah.
What we did, 120 some days this year?
We on month 5, 120 days.
You know how many motherfucking black kids were murdered since the year began?
How many?
In the streets with guns?
How many?
You think it's 120?
I know it's more than that. It's probably more than that in Baltimore itself.
Thank you, bruh. Now you with
me. You can go to Baltimore. You can now
we're
on
the same page.
You can go to motherfucking.
Come on, man.
But if the goal, if the goal is to get the guns off the streets, it's going to take everybody. It's not going to take one section. It's not going to take these people and not these people. It's going to take everybody. Everybody is not affected in the same way. That's just how it is. But in the end, everybody is affected. So it's going to take everybody. I can tell you, it's more, 120, it's probably more than that in fucking Baltimore. Them motherfuckers killing motherfuckers right and fucking left.
That's my
and
point.
Why?
That's my
because
point.
The motherfucking streets in Baltimore is still flooded with drugs.
Now you with me.
And now that's a problem.
That's the bigger problem.
Okay, we gotta get that problem too.
That's the problem I need to worry about. I ain't worry about the other shit, bruh. Because the other shit will kill itself. If you ban assault rifles, that should be over. Just like it was when it was banned.
No, because
and we still had the problem in our streets with the guns.
Because that doesn't mean that a motherfucker can't go up in the school with a 9mm with an extended clip and start killing people.
That's not the same.
Look, killing is killing.
No.
What the fuck you do?
You missed the point. AK-47, automatic rifles, all that shit will light up everybody in there. That shit you talking about runs out. Okay, when police can fucking tear your ass up. AK-47?
They
you know how many rounds that is?
They run out of bullets. They run out of bullets.
You know how many rounds that is? If you stick another one in there, you know what happens after that?
It's a lot of rounds.
Come on, bro.
But you can still run up in a motherfucker. You can run up in a motherfucking school or a shopping center or a grocery store with a 9mm with an extended mag.
You can't do that.
And you can have 2 motherfucking.
That's illegal.
What?
That's if you ban. That's different though. If that's banned, you can't do that either.
What the fuck a motherfucker that's going out there to kill a motherfucker give a fuck about what's illegal or not?
Are you serious? If they can't get that, that's why it's illegal. If you can't get that, you don't have to worry about you having that.
Look, it's a lot of shit that's illegal. That don't mean you still can't get it.
What?
Okay, can a motherfucker get a silencer? It's illegal for a motherfucker to have a silencer. But can a motherfucker get a silencer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
my point exactly.
Everybody ain't gonna be able to get one.
I didn't say everybody. I didn't say everybody. I say
that don't make sense when you do that. It's like it's never gonna be 100% of anything.
Okay.
You always can point out 1 or 2 people. They're irrelevant.
It still can get got. And I got news for you. Once they if they ever ban assault weapons, there will still be motherfuckers that can get access to assault weapons.
What you mean?
Because motherfuckers sell shit on the black market. You know, motherfucker, the army upgrades the military upgrades their shit on the regular. When new shit hit the street, the military then already had it. So you got motherfuckers in the military that's selling shit on the black market. So it's still motherfuckers out there.
It still ain't that many.
Okay, but it only takes one. That's the problem.
That's irrelevant.
It doesn't. It's not irrelevant.
If it's just only a little bit.
Because if one motherfucker gets something that they ain't supposed to have and goes on a killing spree, that's still one too many.
We get that. But if we do that, if it's only 2 people within 6 months next year, compared to 156,
I don't want to see nobody.
That's the difference, bro.
I don't want to see nobody die.
You can't think that way, though.
I definitely don't want to see motherfuckers die in my community. I don't want motherfuckers to see motherfuckers. Bro,
if you take it from 160 to 2, that's what you need, bro. What do you mean?
No, you need 0.
You can't. That's dumb. You can't do nothing like that. And nothing in life gonna be 0. That's a relevant. Nigga can just jump out anytime and start killing people. It can never be 0.
Exactly.
But the massive amount of people is the thing.
If they take all guns off the street, you got motherfuckers in other countries that got a total ban.
You don't hear nothing about no mass, nothing in no other country.
And how many times you hear about a
mass? Wanna know why? Because this is the only country to worry about guns. Other countries don't have guns.
That's
so there's no mass anything going on.
Okay, but you done heard of motherfuckers mass stabbings over.
You can stab many people you want. It's not gonna be no mass stabbings, bruh. Really? You gonna run around stab? You gonna run around stab how many people? You get your 6 person, get your ass knocked the fuck out.
All of my point is other ways that if a motherfucker want to do something, he can do it. If a motherfucker,
and I'm pointing out that the limited amount of that chances of that happening is the way it's supposed to be.
I'm with you on that, but the problem is. And the problem we arguing back and forth about is, look, if everybody got skin in the game, and if everybody got skin in the game, get together and go at this problem, something to get done. You're gonna get more done together than you is in this section saying, well, we gonna do it our way. In this section, we gonna do it our way. We gonna get it. That's the way you got. That's the way you got civil rights. That's the way you got women's rights.
You're missing it.
No,
you're missing it.
How?
You're missing the point that us as a black culture, this is more of a stressful everyday occurrence for us to get rid of, instead of a spur of a moment for the other culture, bro. Here and there. Oh, maybe at this gas station it might happen one day. But it happened in Kansas, though. This is something that's happening every single night. I can look up something right now.
Okay,
I guarantee I look at DC. Somebody got shot tonight.
First of all, you can look it up all you want.
See what I'm saying?
But the fucking problem is this. We as black people need to fucking stop killing each other. That is the fucking problem.
Again, that's beside the point.
It's not beside the point.
You ain't gonna stop none of that, bruh.
Why?
What you want to stop is the opportunity to use what weapons to do stuff, stupid shit with, bro.
Look, what you want to stop is black people out here, black on black violence. What the fuck you want to stop? You can have 100 motherfucking million guns in the motherfucking streets right now. That doesn't mean you have to shoot your brother every time you have every time you have a dispute.
That's beside the point. That's irrelevant.
No, that's not irrelevant because that's what's gonna cut down on the fucking violence. Yo, you stepped on my motherfucking shoes. I got to kill you.
That's irrelevant.
You bumped at me. You looked at me
when
wrong.
You say that, do you got access to a gun now? No. Huh?
What?
It's the difference between do you got access to that or not. And when you get mad, is it a gun around? If it's up to me, the law will make it. It's no gun around.
You can have a mountain full of
gun around.
Right here. Doesn't mean you have to use it.
That's beside the point.
It's not beside the point.
When you're mad, you're mad. What's around?
So what?
Do you have access to a gun?
So
or did I make it so there's no gun in your house?
So what?
See what I'm saying?
That don't mean you got to use it.
And then you might run around and smack her.
That doesn't mean
you might push him down the steps, but you're not shooting the whole house up.
That don't mean
it's
so
two
you
different things.
Motherfucker get mad, go straight for a gun?
Yes,
that's bullshit.
Are you serious?
I know that's bullshit.
Bruh.
Every motherfucker that get mad.
When I was 16, my father took my guns away from me. Why? I was high-headed, bro.
Because that's you.
I ran the house 100 times because I'm arguing with a nigga, bro.
I lived in a house full of guns. I was in the street
Nigga.
just as much as you. That don't mean I shot her in motherfucking body. I got
You
mad
can
at
say
her.
that, but if a nigga smack in your fucking mouth, your ass gonna get that
Been
shit
there,
and shoot
done
him.
that.
You gonna shoot this
Been
nigga,
there,
bro.
done that.
You gonna get the gun
Been
and make sure
there,
you beat his
done that.
ass up.
Nah, that's not everybody.
That's your first
Been there,
reaction.
done that.
Like what?
Been
Okay,
there, done that.
nigga jump you. Come his brothers
I
jump
got
you.
motherfuckers
You
jumping
going
the
to get your
motherfucking
gun,
go-go.
bro.
I got
You going
jumped in
to
the
get-
motherfucking
You
go-go.
talking
I
like
didn't go back and shoot up the whole fucking neighborhood.
you're not making
I
no
went at
sense
the
right now.
motherfucking niggas
You're
that
not
got
making
at
no
me.
sense. You ain't have access.
Dude, you a goddamn
That's the
lie.
problem
You don't know
here.
me, do you?
That's the problem here.
I had access. I
You
got
obviously
access.
didn't. Because most, if you mad, you gonna get your shit, bro.
Bullshit.
Unless you don't have access to it.
Yeah.
That's bottom fucking
Hey.
line.
Hey,
What's your point in having it?
hey.
What do you mean?
I don't have to use it for every
The fuck
motherfucking
outta here.
situation.
You got a gun
That's
because
you.
this nigga
That's
is smacking you in
you.
the fucking mouth.
That's you.
What else you got it for?
So what? That mean your hands don't work?
Bro, you're not making no
That mean
sense.
do your hands work? Are
So
you
you
good with
mean
your
to
hands?
tell me you got a gun in the house, you just got jumped, and you ain't thinking about going to get
Didn't
it?
have to use it.
Who the hell on the earth do that?
Me.
That don't make no fucking sense. And you be 1 in 200 million.
Hmm?
So the other 200
So I
million
can be
are
in-
shooting people, bro.
So
What the hell are you talking about?
That's what 200 million do.
They shooting people.
That's what 200 million other motherfuckers
They
do.
not
I don't
doing
have
what
to
you
do
doing.
that.
You're not making no sense.
Come on, you not making no sense. Everybody does not have to go run and get a pistol
Bruh.
every month for every situation.
Again,
Some situations
you
can
always
handle
do
with
that.
your hands.
But if you take 100 people with guns,
I don't give
and
a
they
fuck
all
what
get an
100 people do.
attitude, 98 of them gonna shoot somebody, bro.
I don't give a fuck
2
what
of
they
them think
do.
about you is
Because,
irrelevant.
look, everybody don't react
Oh
the
my
same
God.
fucking way.
So the other 98 doesn't matter to you?
huh?
That shot motherfuckers up?
All I'm saying is,
The other 2 that said, nah, I got
you
no
don't
sense in this.
every
They matter to
look,
you.
Every
They don't matter. It's the 98 that
all
shooting
I'm
people.
saying is, every situation does not have to end.
That's
with
cool. That's
somebody
fantasy world, though.
going-
That's a fantasy land. That's what
But
you
look,
wish.
if you get to
You
that,
wish every situation could do. That's life. If
That's
you writing
not
a
life.
story, if you writing a movie,
it's
cool.
not life.
That's cool. But if you in the
Look,
street
motherfucker-
and a nigga hits you in the head with a fucking bottle, if a nigga smack your girl, you got a gun in the car, you going to get it.
Okay.
Stop acting like that's not going to happen, bruh.
Look.
Now, if it's not in the car, you're going to resort to going to get a stick. You're going to hit him in the mouth. You're going
I
to do
did that.
suicide, shooting up the whole store. Now you get it?
No.
Oh my God. You refuse to pay attention to what's
Because
happening here.
Who don't make no look? Ain't no motherfucker been in the streets no more than me.
That's irrelevant.
I done seen it, done it,
Irrelevant.
been there, done that.
You're not going to tell me niggas going to get that pistol on first sight of anything happening.
That's the way niggas is right now. They
Okay.
caught up.
Stop acting like that's not happening then.
Huh?
Stop acting like that's
I
not
didn't say
reality
that
then.
wasn't happening. I said that needs to change.
You tell me that need to change in reality are 2 different things, bruh.
Look.
You
That
saying it
needs-
need to change about
that
that
needs
it's
to
different from
change.
reality.
Yeah, but the point is that needs to change. Brothers need to stop shooting brothers and
Cool,
gunning brothers
cool, we
down
get
in the
that.
street over some dumb
But that's
shit.
not happening right
And
now.
if you take away the motherfucking guns, they're gonna find another way.
What, they
to
gonna slap each
motherfucking-
other?
You come on, motherfuckers.
We
been-
said we cool with
motherfuckers-
that.
Come on. Motherfuckers been stabbed to death. Motherfuckers
We
been
cool
fought
with
to
that.
death. Motherfuckers been beaten to death with
We'll be
bats.
cool with
And
that.
killing
bruh.
is still killing. You still taking a life.
Okay, we get that, but you're not
You
mass
still-
killing people,
No,
bruh.
your point is you worried about how a motherfucker taking a life. I'm worried about that a motherfucker takes a life.
But you talking as if nobody can ever take a life, though.
Huh?
You can pick up a
I'm not
stick.
saying a
You
motherfucker
can pick up a
take
stick in the
life.
street and stick it in somebody's
I
heart,
seen a
bruh.
motherfucker beat to death.
You can pick up a stick in the
Right, and
street,
stick it- you
cut
can-
off the
you
side,
can
and stick it in
stab a
somebody's heart,
motherfucker with this
bruh.
fucking pistol right here.
Exactly. So
But
stop
that's
acting
the
like
point.
that's the problem.
No,
That's
you
not the
want-
problem.
You think
Guns is the problem.
that's not the only fucking problem because people can get killed, kill a motherfucker another way.
Who's stabbing people with pistols? That's our problem. Who is the leading killer of
I
black
said
kids?
that's what the fuck you can do. I'm not saying that's what motherfuckers
What's
is
the
doing.
leading
You
killer
keep on
of
trying to come up
kids?
with this Jedi mind trick
What's
shit.
the leading killer of kids? Answer the
Fuck
question, bro.
Similac. That's what the fuck it is. It's fucking guns. We know,
Thank you. It's not pencils.
and it wasn't motherfucking.
It's
guns.
not
It was
machetes,
shit.
bruh. It's guns.
So when the guns is gone, it's going to be something else.
What? Who cares what the other thing is?
What
We
the
worry about
fuck?
that
The
next.
point is kids are getting killed. No matter
Bruh,
how they
see,
get
that's a
killed.
relevant
The
argument,
point
bruh.
is kids are
That's an
dying.
irrelevant
No matter
argument.
how they fucking die.
That's irrelevant argument.
You feel better about a kid getting choked to death than getting shot?
What?
If a motherfucker choke a
That's
kid
what I
to
mean
death,
about that. You
come
making
on.
it irrelevant.
You make it irrelevant because you go
You
on
talking
one
as if
fucking
now
thing.
that nobody can be killed.
The
Nobody can be
point
murdered.
I'm
That's
not
beside
saying
the
that.
point.
I haven't said
We
nothing.
talking about with guns.
I have said
Automatics.
you are making it seem like the only way a motherfucker is going to get killed is
No,
a
I'm not.
gun.
Who said
No,
that?
take the guns out. This is going to happen. This is not going to happen.
Yeah.
The problem is this.
Yeah.
Taking a life, no matter how you doing it,
That's irrelevant, though.
A kid's lost life is a
That's
kid's
irrelevant.
lost life. That's what, no.
Is
It's
nobody
not
gonna run out of
irrelevant.
school with a machete?
I don't give a fuck. If
Now
a
you get it?
motherfucker run up in a
If they do that,
if
cool.
a motherfucker run up in a school and kill a kid with a fucking butter knife, it's still fucked up.
We get that. That don't have nothing to do with the
Okay.
gun problem in the society, bro.
But the problem is you
That's
want
irrelevant.
motherfuckers. You want look. You want the guns off the street. You want the violence out the motherfucking street.
No.
But look, if a motherfucker got beef, a motherfucker got beef. They're gonna handle it other ways too. So the problem is not just the fucking guns, it's to get the fucking violence out of the street, period. If you want to get rid of the fucking problem, you go to the fucking root. You can't look, motherfuckers find other ways. You can take
you
all
can deal
the
with the
guns.
other ways, bro.
Look, if a motherfucker,
You can deal with other
motherfucker,
ways.
okay, if a motherfucker take all the guns off the street, you
Yes.
take all the guns off the street tonight.
Everyone. Now what?
A motherfucker still gonna die in the streets?
Bruh.
People
That's
still
an
gonna get
irrelevant
killed.
argument.
Is people still gonna get killed?
That's irrelevant.
Are people still gonna get killed?
Yo, you could die off eating a fucking turkey.
All right.
You bringing that up? That has nothing to do with
It's
this,
almost
bro.
6:30. I gotta get
That's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant.
What the fuck you bring up butter knives and all? That has nothing to do with the gun violence. The guns in our street. You could die of a lot of different things. That has nothing to do with it.
This.
People kill people
The
on other shit all the
point
time.
is this.
That's not the leading killer though.
Guns and the gun violence are a problem. But you have to eliminate all of this shit, especially with people killing kids and young people out here killing people. You have to go to the root of the fucking problem. And the root of the fucking problem is way more than fucking guns.
It is?
Look,
the root is more than guns.
Okay. If there were more jobs and programs out here for the kids to get in, would they be in the streets? Would they be in the streets?
See how
if you still had the basketball leagues and all that stuff, would these youngins being in the streets?
Bruh.
If they still had places to go,
Let me
would
ask you
they
something.
be in the
Let me ask you
streets?
something. Let me ask you something. In the 70s.
That's the problem.
Hold on. In the 70s, right? Just stop and take a deep breath and think about the 70s for a minute. Was it gun violence?
Yes. It wasn't on a scale it was in the 80s.
Right, thank you. The black culture was not in no fucking gun culture of shooting each other or none of that.
You
can pull out switchblades here and there.
You better go ahead. You better go with
what the fuck?
You better go with come
what?
on, man.
Give me the year 1970 or what? Well, hundreds of people being murdered in each city, bro. What are you
I
talking
don't give
about?
a fuck if it's 100% not.
Okay,
Look,
stop.
One is too many.
Oh my god.
One is
That's
too
a relevant
many.
argument.
A life
young.
law is not.
In the
A
70s,
life law
guns was not a
was-
thing for us. It was not a thing in our culture.
Okay.
I remember the 70s. It was not a thing for us.
I
If at the
remember the
very
70s.
least you would get stabbed.
Okay.
Right or
Wasn't
fucking
nobody
wrong, bro.
Wasn't nobody getting shot.
Right or wrong, bro.
Wasn't nobody getting shot in the 70s.
Oh
All right.
my God.
Wasn't nobody getting shot in the 70s.
So you tell me 15, 16-year-olds shooting each other.
Wasn't nobody getting shot in the 70s.
Yes or no, Tony?
Yes.
See what I mean?
I tell you what.
I'm about to pull the stats up.
No.
I want you to find me in 1970 where the fucking kids were killing each other at, bro.
I don't want you to put a stats up.
Where was 70s when they were killing each other?
This is what I want you to do.
In the 70s, where were we killing each other at?
This is what I want you to do.
Bruh.
When we get off of this joint tonight,
The 70s, where were we killing each other at?
I am going to give you some motherfucking shit to look at on YouTube
Oh my God, YouTube.
with the actual motherfuckers who was in these streets,
Oh my
the
God.
city, in the 70s,
Oh my
in the
God.
motherfucking early 80s.
Oh my God.
Come on.
I was there.
Okay. All right. You was there. I was. Come on, you act like I came from motherfucking Delaware. Come on.
Oh,
You come on. You always talking about do the research. Do the research. Yes, it wasn't on a scale. The shit didn't explode to the mid '80s.
all right. So stay in the 70s.
Huh?
In the 70s,
but
what was
was
happening,
still
bro?
there. People
Hold on.
was getting.
See, you missing the point I'm making, though.
You had murders then. There
Oh
wasn't
my
enough.
God, we know that.
Okay,
But
don't
nothing
sit
in
there
the
and
black
say-
community spelled out gun violence.
Okay,
They was stabbing a motherfucker here and there,
all right.
but it wasn't gun violence.
Well, okay, what you want to get back to stabbing a motherfucker?
Yeah, that'll be start. That'll be a good start.
Okay.
What do you
that's
mean?
cool, too. I would like that too. But what I'm saying is, look, one life is too many. And if we want to motherfucking, if we want to get past the problem, we can't look as it was just staring in our face. Right now, the motherfucking gun violence is what's just staring in our face. But why are people out there in the streets like that? What it is to get that dollar.
Huh?
That's why motherfuckers in the streets. Motherfuckers just ain't waking up, I'm gonna kill a motherfucker. Motherfucker is you ain't gonna hustle in my motherfucking part of the city, or you ain't gonna do that shit over here, or then you got some wild motherfuckers, young motherfuckers out here carjacking motherfuckers right and left just to joyride. You got
Damn, they ain't got the stats in the 1970s.
Come on. I don't even give a fuck about them stats. I go by what that fuck I seen and where I lived at. I seen it. I mean, look.
You seen what in the 70s, bro? You really? Well, nothing going on in the 70s, bro.
Okay, wasn't nothing going on.
Was no gun violence, bro.
Okay.
None of that. In fact, black people was
black people
prospering. We was owning business in the 70s, bro.
Okay.
There was no shooting each other.
If that's what you want to believe.
Now, I'm not saying nobody ever shot a person, bro. That's not the fuck.
Look,
that don't even make any sense.
The problem is this. This is the problem where the argument come in. Because you want to sit there and you want to try to compare apples to apples.
No,
Look,
it's not.
You had shit going on. Look, what happened from the 80s to from 84, 85 on to the early 90s was a different type of thing that hit the streets. That's when crack hit the streets, and that's when it was so much fucking money out there. Motherfuckers wanted it all. It was enough for everybody, but motherfuckers wanted it all. If you look back on it, but you still had shit going on in the 60s, in the 70s, on through the 80s, 90s, even to the shit you got going on now. It always been a underlying thing. But if you want to get the shit solved, let's solve it all. You know, these kids out here in the summertime about to come up. It was a time when these youngins and shit get a summer job, making money all summer. You don't even have that shit no more. Where they at? They all in the streets. They had motherfucking places they go, play ball, do this, do that, camps, all this other shit. You don't have that shit no more. Where they at? They in the streets. You got to, you can take all the guns. You can take all the guns off the streets. But what the fuck are we gonna put back? You got to put something back, or you just gonna still have motherfuckers finding other ways to accomplish what the fuck they want to do. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I want guns off the streets. I want the violence off the street. I'm tired of seeing these youngins dying. I'm tired of seeing stupid motherfuckers going up in the fucking schools shooting up shit. I'm tired of seeing all of that shit. But the first thing your motherfucker's gonna do is say, well, it's a mass shooting, or a motherfucker shot up this and that. A motherfucker went in the store and shot 5 people or whatever. They was having mental problems. Motherfuckers ain't jumping up there saying, no, we ain't gonna have this in our motherfucking community. Y'all motherfuckers come to y'all motherfucking politicians come to these communities, and come to especially communities of color, every fucking 4 years when you want a vote, and you listen people listen and oh, he sound good. What he's saying, it sounds great. I think he gonna do this. And you know what? The day after the election over, they say fuck y'all. They say fuck these communities. And you know what we do? We don't hold a fucking feet to the fire and say the same way I voted for your ass, if you don't do what the fuck you said you're gonna do, I'm gonna vote for that other motherfucker. And so on and so on. That's where it starts. You fuck it. You got a right to picket City Hall if you want to. Make it known. Boycott. It's a lot of motherfucking things. It's a lot of remedies to these situations. And we have used them over time. We have used them in the civil rights days. We had sit-ins, boycotts. We had all that. Why that shit still can't go down? You best believe that if 100,000 motherfuckers marched on the motherfucking NRA, I used to pass the NRA building on the way to work every morning. Big ass building down in motherfucking Virginia. Got NRA on the side of it. You can see it right off the motherfucking highway. You think if a motherfucking 100,000 motherfuckers marched on that fucking building, like them motherfuckers marched on the motherfucking Capitol, you think ain't shit gonna change? Come on, man. People, we gotta do something. Ain't no this motherfucker sitting back and just letting this shit happen. You think your vote don't count. You think your voice don't mean nothing. Come on. Your voices mean shit. All of us together can get shit done. But if only 2 or 3 people willing to put it on the line, while the rest of y'all just sit there and say, well, fuck it. I don't care. What my vote gonna mean? I tell you 1,000 times. If it didn't mean nothing, it wouldn't work so hard to take it from you. Or to keep you from using it. Think about that.
I'm gonna have to look up the motherfucking 70s and 80s stats and shit.
80 stats, you don't even got to look at. You know 80 stats.
But I already know 60 and 70, it was no. And back really in the 60s, it was Italians running shit. They was doing the gun violence. We wasn't even involved in that. You know? But yeah, I'm gonna look into that. Show in the 70s.
That game's called it a cycle.
Check out the gun. How many people died of gun violence in the 70s, 80s? I already know 90s exploded.
Yeah.
But 70s, I know for a fact, we was laid back, chill, relaxed. Maybe stab a motherfucker here and there, pull that blade out and cut your motherfucking ass. But other than that,
motherfuckers got killed.
Not shooting everybody up.
That's 5 motherfuckers that didn't need to die early because of some ignorant shit.
Hoodviewpolitics, that'd be each and every Tuesday night for sure.
Yeah, you get an argument like this.
Tuesdays, Fridays, or you never know the other day. You know what I'm saying? Definitely Tuesdays though.
Yeah, probably Friday this week.
You know? Hoodviewpolitics, we deep detailed dive in the politics from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Gun violence, baby. And we got a president in that's 80 now, but shit. So
as long as he can function.
Let's try and take care of this gun violence and shit. I hope the motherfucker don't switch up. I hope the nigga stay alive long enough to just make it to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Make it to the next motherfucker. Damn. He still got 2 years in this joint.
Yep. Nah.
Just stay alive, baby boy.
Yeah, 2. You know, 1 and dang.
Bro, this is gonna be about the laziest motherfucking campaign. We got 80-year-old and 77-year-old on shit, yo.
Word. It's gonna be the dirtiest campaign you ever seen in your life.
It's about to be the lamest because you got motherfucking
don't believe it.
Sanchez ain't even got in yet. So you say he was gonna get in. This nigga still ain't get in yet.
Get in.
He's scared.
Disney done fucked him up.
He's scared.
That Disney shit done fucked him over. He ain't gonna make it out of Florida. He wanted to go round for round with motherfucking Mickey Mouse, did he? Blowing it. They say that motherfucker
Disneyland
right now
shit,
after
yeah.
that Disney shit, he ain't even polling that. He ain't even polling that motherfucking 1%. He behind Nikki Haley, probably. But
you know Tim Scott supposed to get in that thing.
Fuck Tim Scott.
He about to get in that thing. First black man in that thing. ASAP.
Yeah.
He probably running to be secretary of something. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't gonna be the secretary of nothing because he ain't gonna win.
He ain't trying to really run one.
Because Trump ain't gonna win. As I told you, nobody has a chance. All them motherfuckers that's running, they running They running for future shit and the fundraisers. None of them gonna beat Trump. Trump got a hold on the fucking party. This motherfucker got all kind of criminal shit going. This motherfucker is in a civil rape trial right now.
He's still gonna run.
And he's still gonna run, and he's still leading.
Anybody out there don't know, you can still run for president in jail.
Motherfucker accused, he's an accused rapist in a civil rape trial.
So everybody don't know.
In the lead.
So everybody thinking, oh man, he about to go to court or some shit. That don't mean nothing.
You can
go to
jail.
jail.
Show up.
You can go to jail and still run for president.
Yeah.
So that'll never stop him. So don't expect him to not run for president. Don't get fired. How many cases he catch? He running. Be in that joint when we.
And I got him. And I'm got him finding him liable for that motherfucking rape.
Oh no.
And you know what?
Too much. Sundays live. Holler at your boys.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know, we're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, the hood view.